Okay, the time is now 1 o'clock. We will stand and honor the country with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As everyone knows, we recently lost Commissioner Chad Banks, so we will have a moment of silence, please. Thank you for all coming today. The first item on the agenda is request for well exemption. Is Scott here? Scott is here. Could you come up?
Sure.
Okay.
Do we come up or stay back here?
You can stay seated right
Okay.
now. Yeah. So I know we've talked about this, and I think you said our ordinance has been in place for 28 years to where we do not allow the well pumps to be directly inside of a structure.
The well casing, yes.
The well casing. And certain things can happen that the water can actually get contaminated for the spring. Am I?
Right, so when it's in the structure, I have no viewing of that structure. What they go in, what goes out, when it's in the yard or something like that, we can see, you know, if there's an accident or somebody spills something, that's more readily noticeable for like cleanup and things like that. But I don't know what's going on in the structure, we just don't build over it. It's been kind of like a line in the sand that says we don't do this. In '97, when they passed the ordinance, basically about the well drillers in, and we sat down and talked about what we wanted with the well ordinance, because this would be something new for Willie County. And they're the ones that wanted the 10-foot rule in place, 10 foot from any in-ground structure with the well casing. And so after that time, we found ourselves people wanting to compromise on that. So the county attorney at the time developed the indemnification process that would say commissioners make a decision anytime somebody wants to get closer than 10 foot to a structure when they wouldn't have to do that. So obviously there's times when we're drilling wells at the lake, there's just no way to be 10 foot away. And so they sign an exemption on it. But in cases where they can be and they still want to be closer, or they want to build closer to the existing well, then that would be commissioner's purview. So that's, I brought those to the commissioners over the years, and usually have a drawing that shows the due distance to the well, and then a letter on a letterhead from the well driller says they'll still be able to access the well to abandon it properly, things like that. And then that information is signed and notarized in our office and then put on the deed for the property. So that's been the process in the past. But typically, there's never been a time where we're authorized to need to cover a well with a structure.
Right. And we've never allowed an exemption for that, correct? Okay.
That's usually been what I've said is not to do that. It can be done, it's just very difficult, depending on the age of the well.
Do you have any questions?
So in this case, would it be possible, because I went out and looked at the location here, so I think you kind of already answered the question I had. I thought maybe it would be possible to have an ingress or whatever we call it on the front of the building, that it would still be outside the building, but it would, because obviously you can't move the well.
Right,
but
his
that's not
options
possible.
would be either to, under the current ordinance, either to build the well, build the barn close to the well but not over it, replace the well with a different one in a location so you can build the structure he wants. But if you went ahead, if you approve this today, I would like to have a letter from a licensed well driller so they can access the well and abandon it properly under state law and the county ordinance, and then make any precautions they can while it's under that structure. Again, it'd be something that you want to talk to Jerry.
Okay.
The indemnification clause, I think, is at least 25 years old. I do have a copy. Would you want to?
I saw it. I mean, I didn't understand the context of the situation,
Yeah.
but I mean, if, it's up to you whether or not you want to approve that, but that would be fine, that would be protection for the county.
You're saying you would want a drafted letter
Well,
from a
on
well
all the
driller.
ones that I've always brought before the commissioners, the well driller, licensed Indiana well driller would say on their letterhead, yes, we'd be able to access the well and be able to abandon it properly, even if it's outside the structure.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm not going to abandon the well if it goes bad.
Mm-hmm.
The well driller should do that correctly since 1998. When they're outside the structure, it's easy for me to see. When they go drill a new well, I can say, yep, the other one's gone. They did proper abandonment, but this one I wouldn't know because it'd be inside the structure.
Mm-hmm.
And it might be 30 years from now. That
Yeah.
well may last a long, long time. So might not be here. So it's just protecting the
Oh, go on.
future. Yeah.
You got it. You're good for another 30.
No, not this job. So, it's just the consistency in the last 28 years telling people they can't do that, then at this time doing it,
Yeah.
that's a difficult thing, because what do I say to the next person?
Yeah.
How many times do you want to have this brought before you? And there may be situations where that's not appropriate. The pole barn probably is the best solution, unless he's building a big gymnasium or something, but how many times do you want to compromise on that? I don't know.
Yeah. I did speak to a couple of contractors verbally, nothing in writing, and once you explain to them, it sounds like it could be done, but yeah, it's not anything official that would be, like you said, recorded, notarized, all that, legalese, I guess. The petitioner is here, I don't know if,
Well, I would be in favor of tabling it until we have 3 commissioners and explain the situation to them, because I absolutely see what you're saying, right? This is where the line in the
Right.
sand that we've
I'm not trying
always
to be
drawn.
a real pain, it's just we take
Right.
water
And if
quality
we do
very
it now,
seriously. Yeah.
Then,
And again, the situation here too, if for some reason it was accidentally contaminated at Tri Lakes, you'd have dozens of people that would be affected. Whereas
Yeah.
if you're out on a 100-acre farm, contaminated, probably better, easily clean there. But if it's not, that's
right.
even so. Since 1997, now we regulate all wells. So even wells drilled for geothermal, wells drilled for exploration, minerals, things like that, that's all regulated because all that can impact the water quality. So just being very, very careful with that. And I think we can take the time to talk to other well drillers too and see if you want them to come in and talk.
Yeah.
I just think I feel more comfortable knowing you have something in writing
yeah.
Mhm.
for the county to protect them a little bit more, and that would be recorded to the deed. And
So is that a motion, or?
Sure. I'll move that we table the well exemption to our
Set.
next meeting.
I'll second the motion pending more information and, yeah, everything that you explained as far as indemnification and those kind of things.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. Thank you. Sheriff Spencer, Drone Operations Fund.
He got tied up. They're a little behind at the moment, but we can
Okay.
speak on his behalf.
And okay, well, if you'd like to, I know we both were briefed this morning from him, but I'd like to come up and explain it.
So essentially what we're trying to do is create a line item in the budget. We recently received a large donation from a local corporation that should, we anticipate, fund our drone operations for probably the next 7 to 10 years, realistically in that range. The manufacturer anticipates it's about a 15-year lifespan, but we know how those estimates go.
Mhm.
So we would like to create a line item in the budget to deposit those funds, and then all drone operations would come out of those funds. Don't anticipate any county funding being necessary for, like I said, probably 7 years. Worst case, maybe 10 years, best case.
Mhm.
And I think we're presenting to council in November to get it officially added to the budget, I guess, pending your approval.
The sheriff just texted me, he was held up at a prior engagement, so if we have any other questions or anything, said he'll be here soon.
Okay. I have none. I would entertain a motion for the ordinance.
So moved. To approve the ordinance?
Yes.
What is the number?
It's 21. Do we need a second reading
What's that?
for the ordinance?
Yeah, you do.
We can waive the second reading, can't we?
Going with unanimous consent.
So it can't be unanimous with one through this?
So we'll have to, okay, well, show that it's been introduced and
Yeah.
we'll vote on it in the next meeting.
But they'll be meeting it in before you go to council, so.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the ordinance number?
It's 2025-21.
I'll move to approve ordinance 2025-21 as presented.
Introduce.
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 Second. Any more discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good day. Ryan Getz.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. I think first on my list today is the 2026 Community Crossings Matching Grant. This is the financial commitment letter. Typically, this is done in January. Obviously, they've made some changes with the new governor and funding reduced from 1.5 million down to 1 million, and also changed the dates. So this is for resurfacing County Road 800 East, also known as County Line Road, on the eastern portion of the county from County Road 500 South to the NDOT right-of-way of US 24. That's what we're going to do. The numbers on that document are from a company that will probably end up giving us a bid, but it is a valid estimate. So I just had to have that financial commitment signed so we get it put into our application and submitted.
This isn't it. No, right. Oh, this one? Okay.
Yeah, I've got a copy.
I would entertain a motion.
Move to allow you to sign the letter.
Second, is there any further discussion? All those in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries.
Second is the right-of-way cut permit for installing gas service up at the Tri-Lakes off of Center Street. NIPSCO has always done a very good job with their cuts and the way they repair them when they're done. They just do excellent work, so I don't have any issues with this. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on the road cut and make sure we get it backfilled correctly once they're done. But there was just no other way they couldn't bore because it's near that bridge on Center Street that connects the northern and southern portions of Center Street.
Okay.
Move to approve the request from NIPSCO as presented.
Second, is there any further discussion? All those in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. And then also the NDOT detour, did you take a look at that? And
That was me that presented it to NDOT.
Okay.
They have, obviously have the way out of route official detour, and then they go with the unofficial detour for local traffic. So that was the best route I could see to get around South Whitley without going clear from the city on 205 and back around.
Okay. Have you had a chance to look at it?
Yeah.
I would move to approve NDOT's detour.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. Is there anything else going on?
Paving, this year's community crossings is in, I guess, full swing. They've moved it back closer to town on Lincoln Way East. They will go back and put another coat on that will fill in the gaps on the approaches on the north and south sides of the road, so it's been it's not been too bad, but they milled off an inch and a half and resurfacing it, so it should be quite the improvement once they're done on that Race-Trac road and Business 30, so.
Good.
Looking forward to getting it done, and we've already got the pavement marking company lined up to repaint it as soon as the the asphalt's cured enough to do so. So should be in good shape there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the plot is not ready, that was on the agenda, so we will move on to Attorney Boxberger.
The first thing is the waiver of the right of first refusal with the city. This relates to the transfer of the old jail to the city. They want to sell it, and the county has a right of first refusal to buy it back. And this would be a determination that you do not want to exercise that right of first refusal. It also gives you 120 days to remove the radio equipment from the tower.
Do you want to look at, I don't know if you have a copy in yours.
Do you want to talk at all about your conversation with the mayor versus?
So with the old jail, there's not much that can be done with it. Just a new HVAC system alone is $1 million. So with that being said, the city, they were going to do a project. It came in somewhere around $9 million. They went back and did value engineering, and it was still way too high. So unfortunately, they're not going to be able to do the project that they wanted to do. So they are wanting to do a request for proposal and do a public-private partnership with it. And they won't be making any money off of it, not even $1. We've assured that won't happen. So, and obviously with it being in the city redevelopment commission is, I think, more than capable of seeing that something good happens there. So, yeah, and even to take it down, I think I can't remember what it was.
It was
500,000.
It was more than that. It
Yeah,
was
like
closer to
$1
$1 million.
Okay. Yeah, so it's one of those things that there's not really, I feel like, a great solution for it. And yes, so I have no issues at all signing this. I don't know if you have anything you'd like to add.
No, I think you hit all the points. I'll move to approve resolution 2024-19. Do we need to waive a second reading on that?
Not for resolution.
Not for resolution, okay.
Second, is there any further?
Yeah, it's just an agreement. I don't think it's a resolution. Just approve the agreement.
That resolution's already been approved.
Yeah,
Okay, I thought, we already signed it.
That was the resolution to transfer it to the
Okay.
city. Yeah,
So
yeah.
we just need to,
Approve the right of first refusal.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
do you amend your motion
Yeah,
to
my
sign
motion
that? Okay.
to waive I moved that we waive the right of first refusal. What's the name of the document?
Waiver of right of first refusal.
On the old jail property.
And I'll second that. Any further discussion? All those in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries.
Next is a hold harmless agreement with J&K. This is kind of related to that jail. That's the company that is going to remove the radio equipment and move it to the county's tower. And so just need approval of that agreement for them to do that work.
So with this, we did have one antenna on the old jail for our VHF radio equipment, so we do need to move that. We're gonna be moving that over to the highway department, and J&K Communications is gonna be the ones that do that. And like our attorney just said, this is just a liability waiver. So I know we've discussed it a lot, and Have you had a chance to look at it? So, I would move to agree to approve the hold harmless and indemnify agreement.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries.
The last thing's a resolution and quitclaim deed. I don't know a lot of history behind this, so you can, but what this is the City Redevelopment Commission and the county are gonna swap parcels. And this is the agreement that approves that parcel swap as well as the deed that would quitclaim the county parcel to the City Redevelopment Commission in exchange for them transferring the city's parcel to the county.
So if I remember right, resolution, have we, okay, never mind. I answered my own question. Did you have a chance to
Yeah.
look it over? Okay. I would move to approve, resolution 2025-06.
Second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries.
That's all I have.
Do we need a separate motion for the quitclaim deed?
No, because it was an exhibit to the resolution, so.
Okay,
it's-
so do we need to sign this as well, or no?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. It needs to be notarized too. Your notary.
I have Brian upstairs.
Okay.
Or Jen, are you still? No.
Local permit has in here.
Your notary?
Yeah. Go out and get the stamp.
Back over there.
I think I sent my agenda over to you. I missed it somewhere.
This needs to be to her. I signed it.
Here,
Do you want mine?
we pass her mine. I can see the
Yeah.
screen.
Facility request is next.
Okay, and then Angela, I know that we spoke this morning and we got a facilities request. Did you get approval from everybody?
Yes.
Okay. So it's essentially, it's for the Kelly's Whitley County Skeleton Festival 2025. They want to use an area that's already designated for bouncy houses on the courthouse lawn. That we've allowed them for other events. So I don't know if you've looked, but it's essentially just approving a spot for a bouncy house.
I'll move to approve the request from Michelle Grable, Kelly's Whitley County Skeleton Festival 2025 as presented.
Second, any further discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. And I went up earlier and looked at payroll and accounts payable, so I would move to approve accounts payable.
Second.
All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. would move to approve payroll.
Second.
All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. Did you have a chance to look over minutes?
Yeah, everything in the minutes is accurate to the best of my recollection, so I'll move to approve minutes from the September 15th, 2025 Whitley County Board of Commissioners meeting as presented.
Okay. Second, all those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. Okay. Is there anything from the public?
You have one other recognition we need to do.
That's right, I didn't write that on mine.
Oh, come on up, Paula.
Hello.
Sorry.
No.
John, so come on up, Paula.
I just wanted to, I sent you the email as far as getting our parking lot done with the ARPA funds that are approved from our facility. Do you have any concerns with Mark scheduling that? Okay.
No,
Do you need
Nope.
a motion, Tiffany, or?
I don't think so. 'Cause
Okay,
we've already approved
yeah,
that
we wanted
kind
to
of
see the amount
project.
that you approved. I just want to make sure you're okay that we did that.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
So would Adam Johnson please step forward? So, as you may recall, we had started an initiative to ask for kind of the good stuff. When a county employee or a constituent or an elected official or anyone that has to do with the county notices a peer or another employee going above and beyond the call of what their duties require, where they're encouraged to point that out and to let us know so that we can recognize that individual in a public meeting. And Mr. Adam Johnson, the Director of Courthouse Security, is that your title?
Yep.
He was nominated by a peer he's kind of taken on the unofficial role of courthouse historian. Took me up through the whole building and showed me all the different parts and things, and it was really interesting, and I enjoyed it. So we just wanted to call Adam out and thank him for his extra efforts, being a team player, being a leader and a visionary, and providing a vital role in the county. Thank you.
Thank you. How are you
Thank
doing?
Is there anyone else from the public that would like to come up? We'll allow for 3 minutes per person. Okay. Andy?
Nothing.
Tiffany? Rob?
Yeah, I would just like to, we all know, obviously, we had a moment of silence earlier for Commissioner Chad Banks, and I would just like to publicly state my appreciation for his legacy of public service. I would not be sitting in this chair if it was not for Commissioner Banks and his brother, Senator Banks. So I would just like to state my condolences and the fact that we continue to lift his family up in prayer, and it's a horrible loss, and he leaves very big shoes to fill. So, but we're gonna move forward.
Yeah, and I would just echo that. I think, we kind of all pick with each other at times, but his absence is very loud as I'm trying to scramble to get everything done that I did and then make sure I'm getting everything done that he did. And I'm like, wow, kind of gave him a hard time. But yeah, he will be greatly missed. So, thank you all for coming. We'll adjourn the meeting.